position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. It's Pryor. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed him, finally dragged down at the 32. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Here we go, set. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too.
Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in the first down and more. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that...
Got some room in at the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Things looking really good for this offense on their first drive of the game. They've been able to get it done a lot of ways. An explosive play there in the running game. Great vision. He's able to break out, and he sets his offense up in first and goal. Well, this ain't good for the offense. When you get down close to the goal line, you don't want to be going backwards. They can't sustain more negative plays.
Man, what a huge play from this defense. Everything looked bleak. Now they've completely flipped this situation around, put the offense a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmaker.
And they will score! Touchdown, Texas! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, by no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, it's not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Gives it on the option. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a man. It's Callaway. Get it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Play action on first down. Plucks it out of the air.
And it's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback, they're going to sit back in zone. When I run those crossers, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The option look. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
To the air, it's Callaway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flanagan. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position, starting the drive with a 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. It's a running room. He's at the 40. He now has 84 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. He'll bring it out. It's Moncrief. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Snagged out of the air. Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab right down the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Makes the grab. It's Slater. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Callaway. It's complete. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Moncrief. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Etienne. Max going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Got his man. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McCluster. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fires to the middle. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Pryor. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
Quarterback will keep it. Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll go to the sneak. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll do it himself on the draw. Oh, that's going to be a safety. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Moncrief. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the 2nd half.
Looking for the score. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's 0 hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Complete on 3rd down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! He has been surgical. Precision passes. using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
Even the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air, it's Callaway. They go to the wide receiver screen. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion. They're down just 8. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going to swing it on second down. This one's complete.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's for Cluster. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Pryor. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's McCluster. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Finding open areas. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, when the...
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Callaway. Unloads to the wideout. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back has it. He's in open space downfield. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Direct snap. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Flanagan. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the right. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
To throw, it's Callaway. Gets it out quickly. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Fires to the right. Hits the open man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes in front.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week, you got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Trying play action. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Back to throw, it's Callaway. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's McCluster. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. And the Longhorns just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Handoff to the single running back. fighting off the defender. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I think the bad part there is running out of bounds. You got the lead, you're going to run it. The defense isn't giving you anywhere to go, but you can't stop the game clock by going out of bounds.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Holds and fires complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.